In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why you're eating healthy, but you're still fat. So you think your nutrition isn't that bad. Your diet's not horrible. Yet, when you look down, you don't see your toes. You see your fat ass stomach and a pair of tits. If you're not seeing progress, this video is going to help you drastically. So, take out a piece of paper and a pen and pay attention. Let's get into it. First things first, why should you listen to me? Great question. I want you to understand, it's no secret. I am a fitness coach. I help men get in the best shape of their life. However, before I did that, I got myself literally peeled, ripped like a motherfucker. As you can see, I started off with this picture on the left. Gut, love handles, tits, out of shape, low confidence, and fun fact, I remember taking this picture, I am sucking in my gut as hard as I can. So there's actually an extra 45 inches of fat that you should be seeing. And this was after I lost 45 pounds. So I was even fatter than this shit. And from there, I turned myself around and got literally peeled, ripped, six-pack, shoulder veins. Bro, I'm a Spider-Man, brother. Looking crazy with the traps, V-taper, and just a confident individual. So I've made this transformation, and not only did I make this transformation myself, I've helped others. John lost 35 pounds in 24 weeks at 40 years old from home. Mario, 23 pounds. Matt, Rodrigo, Jesse. I've helped hundreds of men at this point get in amazing shape and just feel their best. So the first reason why you're still fat, you're eating healthy food that is literally loaded with calories, bro. You don't even understand. Healthy does not equal fat loss. I'm going to say that again. Healthy food does not equal fat loss. This is something I failed to understand early on in my journey, and it contributed to my wide ass midsection, and it's probably contributing to your wide ass midsection. So, just because you think it's healthy or it's marketed as healthy doesn't mean you're going to lose fat. Peanut butter, protein bars, granola, nuts, ribeye steak, olive oil, smoothies, Chipotle, all of these things are advertised as healthy. They're lying to you, bro. They're lying to you. It might be healthy, some of them, but it's not going to help you lose any fat. Bro, a peanut butter is 100 calories per spoon. Your big ass is putting 2 to 3 spoons in your mouth on top of some bread. That's easily 500-600 calories. Protein bars. Oh, it's protein. It must be healthy. It must be good for me to lose fat. No, bro. Protein bars don't fill you up. They're full of chemical bullshit. And you could easily eat 2 to 3 and not feel full and just overeat. That's 600 calories, 700 calories, depending on the bar. Your Quest bars aren't helping you, bro. Same thing with the rest of these things on the list. Understand, just because it's healthy doesn't mean it's good for fat loss. The next thing, high protein can still make you fat. Brother, you're focusing on the wrong shit. You're out here trying to get 200 grams of protein per day. I need to get a lot of protein. If you're over your calories, if your maintenance calories is 2,000 and you have 2,000 calories, you should not go eat another 30, 40 grams of protein because you think you need more protein. I don't care how many steaks, how much chicken, protein bars, protein powder, all this shit. It still makes you fat. You could eat all the protein you want. If you eat too many calories, your big ass is still going to expand. Stop focusing on only protein. It will still make you fat. This is a huge problem I used to have. Oh, I ate a good amount today, but I'll just have some more protein. It's not that bad. It's that bad. It's keeping you fat. Like seriously, if you think it's not that bad, if you could just eat more protein, look down at your stomach and ask yourself again, is it that bad? Probably is. Invisible calories. Things like dips, sauces, oils, dressings, small bites. All of these things are invisible calories. These are things you don't even notice that you're eating throughout the day that's contributing to your large self. You are horizontally gifted because you're not counting these little things. A little bit of oil here, some sauce there, that salad dressing there. Bro, That's 4, 5, 600 calories a day you're not counting. And if you eat an extra 500 calories per day, do the math, 3,500 calories per week. That's 1 pound of pure fat you're putting on per week. Over a year, that's over 50 pounds of fat you're putting on. And then you're sitting there wondering, well, I don't eat that bad. Well, you don't need to eat that bad. You just do it a little bit bad consistently and you put on 50 pounds in a year. You need to understand these little things add up. How to actually eat for fat loss. You need to start eating more whole foods. This is not the end all and be all. You still need to be in a calorie deficit and you can't overeat on whole foods. However, if you're not eating whole foods and you're only eating processed shit, protein bars, protein shakes, I don't know what else you guys eat that's processed, like fast food, junk shit. If you only eat that, it's going to be impossible for you to stay in a calorie deficit. So, if you want to lose fat and make it a lot easier for yourself, stick to whole foods. Chicken breast, lean meat, eggs, rice, potatoes, ground beef, fruit, etc. Stick to things that existed 200 years ago. It's going to help you stay more full and it's going to help you stick to a calorie deficit. You could still overeat on whole foods. This isn't the ultimate solution. However, if you don't do this, there's no way in fucking hell you're going to lose fat and stay in a deficit. Another thing, choose leaner cuts. I used to do this. I was like, oh, it's protein. I'm going to have a ribeye. Dude, a ribeye is like 330 calories per 4 ounces. Your big ass isn't eating 4 ounces. You're going to have 12 ounces, 16 ounces. Some of you, big boys like to eat even more than that, 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. That's easily 1,500, 2,000, 2,500 calories. And that one steak is literally enough calories for your entire day of eating. So you need to choose leaner cuts. I used to make this mistake. I would pick the highest calorie meats, super fatty meats, brisket, ribeyes, this and that. And then I wondered why I was big as shit. Brother, my man, choose lean beef, lean chicken, turkey breast, leaner cuts of meat. You're going to save literally 2 to 3 times the calories. Less oil. Stop drowning all of your food in oil. You're putting 3, 4, 5 tablespoons of oils every time you cook. And then you wonder why you're big. Each spoon's 100 calories. 500 calories worth of oil. You're not even eating food and you're getting big. Track your calories. Track your calories, bro. Not just your protein. Do you understand? You could eat as much protein as you want. As much protein as you want. But if you are eating too many calories, you're still going to get fat. You're still going to have a wide midsection. You're still going to be embarrassed when you look in the mirror, and you're going to be uncomfortable at the beach, at the pool. You're still going to have tits. You need to count and track your calories, not just your protein. You need to focus on the things that matter. Focus on the things that actually matter, bro. Calories. The second reason you're horizontally gifted. You don't eat a lot. You eat all the time. You snack instead of eating 2 to 3 full meals. Or you do both. Bro, I used to be a victim to this. I would be like, I'm feeling hungry. I'm going to snack on some shit. I'm going to eat a bunch of crap right now. Or maybe it's not even crap. I'll just eat a few hundred calories of fruit or some protein bars or this. And I'm going to have a smaller meal later. And what ends up happening is I would eat the snacks and then I would have a big ass meal later. I didn't have any smaller of a meal. And when you do this consistently, you add up calories and calories and calories and calories. And that's keeping you big. You also taste test everything. Your mom made something, your aunt brought in a cake, you're cooking and you just want to try it and it ends up turning into half a fucking meal. Bro, the reason that you're so big is because you keep taste testing and you need one bite here and one bite there. Oh, I haven't tried this before. I need to try it. Is you trying that food really worth you feeling fat and you being fat and you having a gut and you not feeling your best and not having abs? Is it worth it? Like the few seconds of dopamine, the taste, is that really worth you feeling like shit for the rest of your life because you're overweight? Genuinely, like people don't ask themselves this question. Is it worth it? If it is safe, bro, keep taste testing, keep snacking, keep being a fat ass. But if it's not, why are you doing it? Why do you need to consistently have something in your mouth? You're not a fucking dog. You don't need a treat every 5 seconds, bro. What you need is discipline and to eat 2 to 3 meals a day. You eat when you're bored, not when you're hungry. Huge problem. Huge problem. You're not doing anything. You don't keep yourself busy. So you just start snacking because there's nothing else to do. Cut it out. Get busy or figure out something else to do with your time. You never feel full but stack calories all day. This is what happens when you snack. And as a result, you keep your insulin elevated all day. So you can't burn fat and you only store it. When you constantly snack, especially carbs, you literally spike your insulin levels all day. When your insulin levels spike, you enter a fat storing mode. Your body wants to hold on to fat, store more fat, instead of burning it off. And because you're snacking, you never let your insulin drop, and you can never get into a fat burning mode. So stop snacking. And on top of that, by the way, when your insulin is higher, you're actually craving more shit. So you turn into a fucking machine where you always want to eat more food, you spike your insulin, you crave more food, you store more fat, and because you crave more food, you're going to continue eating it. It turns into a shit show cycle, and you're consistently overeating. You have to stop snacking, stop eating all the time, bro. You're not a dog. Have 2 to 3 meals instead. Come on, brother. Here's how to stop snacking. 2 to 4 real meals per day. I like to have 2 to 3 meals per day. That's it. No snacks. If I snack, it's like an apple after dinner. That's it. Space out your meals 4 to 6 hours apart. Yes, you're going to have to not eat for 4 to 6 hours at a time. You're a man. You don't need to eat, oh, I need to eat some food every 2 hours. I'm hungry. Bro, stop being a pussy. You don't need to eat every 2 hours. Our ancestors would go 2-3 days without eating. I just finished a 37-hour fast. It's supposed to be 36. I didn't eat for 37 hours just because. And I was fine. I was okay. I survived. I promise you, you're not going to die if you don't eat for a few hours. So stop eating so often. You could have a meal at, let's say, 9 a.m., then at 1 or 2 p.m., and then at like 6 or 7 p.m. That's it. 3 meals a day. That's it. Stop taking one more bite. I said this before. You don't need to snack. Throw out all your snacks. If you got chips, cookies, pastries, whatever it is, if you have a bunch of bullshit snacks in your house, you're going to eat it. You're not going to out-discipline a horrible environment. So throw everything out. Throw everything out now. You're making it an uphill battle. Make it as easy as possible to get ripped. I tell all my clients, if you want to lose fat, throw out all the garbage. Make your environment supportive towards your goals. Make it as easy as possible for you to win. But if your environment is priming you to lose, what are you going to do? You're going to lose. You're going to eat shit. You're going to keep yourself big. My man, you big. Make your environment support your goals. I tell all my clients this, so I'm telling you this, free game. Drink a glass of water when you're hungry. This is my biggest life hack. I genuinely, this changed my life. Because I would always eat a bunch of food. I would overeat. I would snack. And then I was like, okay, I'm hungry right now. I want a snack. I have a craving. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to pick up this big cup and I'm going to drink it. I'm going to drink some water. And I will drink this entire cup, my man. This entire cup. And what this does, it keeps you full, reduces cravings, and it reminds you, oh, I don't really need to eat bullshit. I promise this works. You just need to remember to actually do it. Most guys don't remember to do it. So I'm telling you, you're watching this video, you're getting this information, apply it and remember it. The third reason every chair you sit on groans is that you're not in a calorie deficit, bro. You eat too much. You eat way too much. You're overeating, you're binge eating. You'll eat a little bit of food and you're starving yourself somewhat because you want to see fast progress. And then you do that for a few days, maybe a few weeks, and then, you go out to eat. Oh, craving kicked in, you gave in, you ordered DoorDash, Grubhub. You ordered the pizza, you called the Chinese guy, you got your General Tso chicken, pork fried rice, with the egg roll, you did the Domino's pie. You ordered food and you binged out. Now, you fucked up your mindset and you enter a binge fest. For a few days now, you just completely went off your diet. When in reality, you didn't need to do that. You're eating too much. Stop eating too much. You need to stay consistent with a calorie deficit. High protein still makes you fat. I've said this before. If you're not in a calorie deficit, it doesn't matter how much protein you're going to eat. You could eat 500 grams of protein, 200 grams of protein, 150 grams of protein. It will still make you fat if you're not in a deficit. Focus on the right things. Calorie deficit. Brother, say it with me. Calorie deficit. This is what you need to focus on. If you don't focus on this, you're not going to lose fat. You're not tracking calories. This is a huge problem. Like, you see all these influencers like, bro, just do carnivore, just do keto, just do paleo, just do whole foods only, just do vegan. I don't know why the fuck you'd ever listen to a vegan. It doesn't matter. If you're not tracking calories, it is impossible for you to know if you're in a calorie deficit. You will not lose fat unless you are tracking calories and you know for a fact you're in a calorie deficit. Any other way, you're just guessing. If I told you, hey, bro, I want you to save $1,000 a month. I want you to save some money, but you never check your bank account, you're probably not going to save money. You're going to spend a whole bunch of money and you're not going to know if you're making progress. You're going to Amazon order there, you go out there, spend a little bit of money there, this amount of money was spent there, and then next thing you know, you check your bank account in a few months and it's like, oh, oops, I actually lost money. I didn't save money, I lost money. You need to be checking your bank account every single day if you want to save money. It's the same thing with tracking your calories, bro. You need to track your calories because you're like having a little snack there, a little bit of extra calories here, some oils there, some condiments there, and you don't even realize it, but that stacks up. And now fuck your calorie deficit, you're in a calorie surplus and you're getting bigger. It's the same concept. You have to track calories. You don't know your actual calorie deficit number. You need to figure this out. With my clients, I have them track 2 weeks. I have them weigh their food, all of these things, track their calories. I have them weigh themselves so I see their weights, if it's going up, if it's going down, if it's staying the same. And I have them take progress pictures so I see if they're changing visually. Based on all of this data and real information, I can make an accurate assessment and figure out what the calorie deficit number is. Then we hit that number every single day and they lose fat. And it's like magical. It's math. It's a science, bro. It's actually not magical. It's science. Once I tell them to hit this number based off the data I have, they're just going to lose fat. It's math, right? You could look up a calorie deficit calculator online. You can multiply your body weight by 13. That could work. Is it the most accurate? No. Can it work? Usually, most of the time, probably. But the way I do it with myself and with my clients, that is the most accurate way. If you need help, you could hit me up on IG and we could figure out how we could do that for you. You could also do this on your own. I just guarantee you it's going to be a lot harder on your own because you have to stick to it, track it, and do all of these things. But either way, you have to know what the calorie deficit number is for you. Otherwise, you're not going to be in one. Another reason you're not in a calorie deficit is you're in a deficit 5 out of the 7 days a week. Monday through Friday, you're a rock star. You're on your calories, you're in a deficit, you're tracking maybe, and you're doing well, you're seeing progress. Saturday and Sunday comes along and you just forget you have goals. You forget you want to look good at the beach. You forget you want to be ripped. You forget everything, your mission, brother. You forget everything and you just binge out and you just overeat. And what that does is it cancels the 5 days you were on top of everything. And now you're in this cycle where you feel like you're giving all this effort when in reality you're not, because 2 days a week you're fucking it up. You feel like you're putting in all of this effort 5 days a week, and then those 2 days erase everything. So then it kind of feels hopeless, like, oh, why am I putting in all this effort? I'm not getting anything. What the fuck's going on? This is the cycle you're stuck in. You need to eat in a deficit 7 days a week, not 5, or you're going to feel like you're wasting your time and you're not going to make any progress. The only way to get lean, this was me the other day, by the way, you need to know your numbers, calories and macros. Figure it out. I already told you how. Weigh your food and track your calories. Stop eyeballing it. You're not going to guess your way to success. I know a lot of you guys like to look at your food and be like, oh, that's probably like 500 calories, like 40 grams of protein. I used to do this in my head. I would count calories in my head, eyeball it. Oh, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Never got lean. Stayed fat, stayed chubby, never saw real progress. You need to weigh your food and track your food. Brother, I've never went up to a really ripped person in my life and asked them, yo, bro, how did you get lean? And they said, oops, I don't know. They all track their food. They all weigh their calories out. They all are on top of their shit. It's calculated. You're not going to get ripped by accident. I promise you're not going to get ripped by accident. It's not going to happen. And if you don't believe me, how's it been going so far, bro? How's it been going? If you see this picture of me right here, this was me the other day. I've been tracking my calories meticulously and doing all the things I've been showing you so far. Hitting my numbers, tracking everything, and being consistent 7 days a week. That's why I'm getting leaner. Calorie deficit 7 days per week. That's it, bro. Every day you need to be in a deficit. Not 1 day off, not 2 days off. Every day needs to be locked in. If you fuck up 1 day, the chances of you continuing that streak of messing up goes through the roof. It is so much easier to just be consistent for a few weeks, for maybe a few months, and just get completely ripped. It is so much easier to do that than to have an off day every single week and try to play catch up all the time. It's not going to happen. You could have planned maintenance days. This is what I do with my clients when there is some diet fatigue and they want to increase their calories a little bit, not in a surplus, not a pig out session, but increasing the calories 200 to 500 just to get them to maintenance so they aren't putting on fat but just feel a little bit better. Yes, we do that with my clients. Yes, I do that with myself just to increase the morale, but I am never going in a surplus. And you need to plan these days out. You don't just go to a restaurant and decide, oh, that's it, today I'm going to go over. No, that's not how it works. You need to plan these things out, bro. So this is why you're eating healthy, but you're not actually seeing progress. You're not losing fat. These are all the things you need to do to actually progress. Because seriously, tell me, bro, when was the last time you looked in the mirror and actually thought, yeah, the hard work is really paying off? I'm not just talking about strength gains. I'm talking about visually, cuts, definition, abs. Like you start looking like a Greek god, like fucking like this, bro, like ripped. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and saw that change? You need to ask yourself this question. All of the things I've shown you in this video are going to help you get to that point. And bro, I want you to understand, knowing isn't enough. We live in an age with unlimited fitness information, bro, yet most men still don't have abs, confidence, or a great physique. This is because information doesn't get you lean. Execution does. Brother, all the information is out there. If information was the cure and the magical thing that will get you ripped, you would be ripped. Every man on the planet would be ripped. But it's not about information. Knowing isn't enough. The thing is, you need to take action. And most guys don't have the structure, accountability, or discipline to follow through alone. This is the missing key, bro. So, if you're serious about transforming your physique, click the link in the description and apply to work with me directly. We'll hop on a call, go over your exact situation, your goals, your struggles, all of that, and create a game plan for you to get in the best shape of your life. And if it makes sense, we will get you there, bro. I promise. However, bro, I'm only working with serious people. So if you're not committed, if you don't want to actually take things to the next level, get in amazing shape, don't apply. I'm working with serious guys. If you're lazy, stick to what you're doing, stay fat, do what you got to do, brother. But if you're ready to make a real change and you're serious, apply below and I will be pumped to see how I could help you out. But anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed this video. I'm glad it was valuable. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, click all the good buttons, support my channel if this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Peace the fuck